Evening. Welcome to the Kingstowne Communion devotional for Wednesday, April 6th. My name is Deb Reynolds, and I am really happy to be here with you today. The topic for today is called Bottling Magic, and it comes from the Good Enough book, pages 179 through 183. It's certainly something to ponder. If you've been reading the book, there were several things that she said that really struck me. Like, when we have these special moments, do we actually notice them? Are we grateful for them? Our scripture for today comes from Luke, chapter 9, verses 28 through 36. About 8 days after Jesus said this, he took Peter, John, and James with him and went up onto a mountain to pray. As he was praying, the appearance of his face changed, and his clothes became as bright as a flash of lightning. 2 men, Moses and Elijah, appeared in glorious splendor, talking with Jesus. They spoke about his departure, which he was about to bring to fulfillment at Jerusalem. Peter and his companions were very sleepy, but when they became fully awake, they saw his glory and the 2 men standing with him. As the men were leaving Jesus, Peter said to him, "Master, it is good for us to be here. Let us put up 3 shelters, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah." He did not know what he was saying. While he was speaking, a cloud appeared and covered them, and they were afraid as they entered the cloud. A voice came from the cloud saying, "This is my son, whom I have chosen. Listen to him." When the voice had spoken, they found that Jesus was alone. The disciples kept this to themselves and did not tell anyone at that time what they had seen. This passage is referred to as the Transfiguration because of the change that came over Jesus at the time. So, in reading our book for today, we're asked to ponder the following questions. What moments in your life do you wish you could have bottled up? Do you think of a few? I would love to have the time bottled up when my sons were little. Probably 3 and 1 or 4 and 2 maybe. I certainly would love to go back there. The same is true with my grandchildren, Haley and Carter, and if we could go back to when they were maybe 3 and 1, that would just be incredible. To have them and hold them again, and they're teenagers now, by the way. So there is no more holding them hardly. I'm sure you have some moments in your life as well. Begin to look around inside that memory and notice the details. What do you see? What do you feel? What made it so special? Pick up a stone and make it your tactile connection to this memory, your Ebenezer. So I can think of several things that made my moment special. And of course, it has to do with love and family. Depending on what your moment is, you can probably think of how you felt at that moment and what made it so special. There's multiple things you could do to make a reminder to yourself. The book mentions the stones and the Ebenezers, but there's other things you could do. Some people wear something on their wrist. Some people have mementos around, just something that will trigger your memory. Okay, for our next question, when we read Luke 9, 28 to 36, can you see yourself in the story? What would it be like to walk up that mountain with that group? Who would you be in the story? What do you see? Can you see the mountainside? Can you see bushes around? Would you say anything? I don't know about you, but I doubt I would have said anything. I would have been so awestruck that I probably would have been silent. I'm not sure who I would have been in that story. Sometimes I can see myself in other stories from the Bible. So as soon as Jesus walked back down the mountain, he started to explain about his coming death and resurrection to his dazed friends, but they didn't understand at the time. Do you have any confusion or questions that go unanswered? So just one final thought from me. Reading in the book, and it talked about, do we notice our special moments? Are we grateful for them? What could we do to help us notice those moments when we're in the moment? That, wow, this is something really special. I don't know about you, but as I was thinking about it, I was thinking you have to slow down and be in the moment and think about how you're feeling at times in order to appreciate them. We can't always hold on to the everyday magic, but if we could, I'm sure we would want to. In closing, please join me in the prayer for today. God of quiet enchantment, I've known you. Every awe-inspired deep breath and knot in my throat is a primal hymn of your unpredictable beauty. May I notice the small, glimmering moments, for though they are a fleeting, they are enough. Have a great rest of your day and a wonderful remaining Lenten season.